Hey, Craig. Hey, Scott. Yeah, happy Friday. It is Friday. This week's been weird because we did Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday I wasn't really working, and then we're running this a day early, and I got a golf tournament tomorrow, so I'm dropping my wife off at the airport, so I'm flying solo with the kids, so just the whole week feels weird. That's all right. Weird's fine. What is this? This don't. I forgot I had those up. If that's what you're looking at, don't worry about the minis. I'm moving some stuff around, and I had them all on the table here, and I put them up there while I was opening jersey boxes too from the custom series, and I didn't move them. Yeah, don't. That's some of the minis, a few of the minis that were left in a series before I shut it down. So don't worry about those. I'm still deciding what I'm gonna keep for items to use and what I'm gonna sell and move, and I forgot that I had those up there. I thought maybe you were saying why are we on a Friday? So sometimes it's Friday when we do the Fire Factory and Big Al's license, depending on. Not that a day earlier, so that's why it's a little earlier. See a Bronco? I see it too. Let's see. Who is it? Oh, flat black John Elway. So that was still stuck in the series when we had it. You can see, like, we got Nick Chubb in there. He's gone from. Who else do we have that's maybe old? This series was built a long time ago, so months and months and months ago. Sold. Yeah, get your guesses in. Yeah, this is just part of the minis that from the miniseries, but they're up against the wall. I'll stay there today, even though it'll probably mess up my brain. I opened up a bunch of the jerseys too. Look at the one that's on top. TD. Jamar Chase. You guys, I have so much stuff here, guys. It's not even a thing. Look at this beauty. That was sitting in there too, Joe Namath. Anyways, I'll keep some stuff for other use, but I'm going to move some of the minis and jerseys or trade some stuff around. I don't know. Good guesses so far. Got a couple of flies in there. Flat black Archie Manning. That one's sweet. Flat white Chris Carter. Anthony Richardson with red ink, but it's numbered to like 20. It's one of those Fanatics numbered ones. There's Justin Herbert. How about this one? Sean McVay on a custom for the Rams. Some fun stuff in there. I like how old that's Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones is still sitting in there too. That's funny. Trevor Lawrence on an STS. That's just half. The other half's behind me. Dalton Kincaid. Giannis is up there on the Bucks one. You can't see it, but it's up right there. Anyways, I have no idea. I usually use my little screen, my little Big Al's board, to see what level I should be on. And I don't know where it is behind there. Yeah, I do. That's about right. There. That'll work for now. Whatever. All right. It's Friday. Sorry for the Friday stream, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's better for you. Maybe it's not. I got a golf tournament tomorrow. My wife's out of town, and I figured if it was full, we'd run it today, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Jersey's kind of stalled at 20-ish claims, so we capped it at 20, and we're just running that today. It'll be a 2-box instead of a 3-box. And we got Fire Factory. Let's pull that up. Let's look at our stuff here. We'll get rolling. We'll try to do a live fill if it feels great. If not, depending on who's here, we'll either do a 1-box or a 2-box. I like the 2-boxer better, but I don't care if we do a couple 1-boxers. It's to a Ninja Gym for a birthday party today in like an hour and a half. Yahoo. Okay, we're going to start with the licensed jerseys. Thanks, guys. I know that just remember in the future, claiming on these Thursday or Wednesday drops, Thursday usually, it has the ability to drop from a 3 to a 2 box if we don't have enough claims, rather than just sitting on it and trying to fill it by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We just cap it and call it good with extra random. So you still get an extra player and still the same price, but it's just a 2-boxer. That's where we're at. Last week we were able to get 3, which was great, but if we can't, we got to cap it and move on and at least run it. So in this one, Jeff H., I have you with Ovechkin, Carter, and Dantley. Greg, you have Bobrovsky, Kukoc, and Ware. Chad, you have Caleb Williams, Verhaeghe, and Jamal Murray. Jeff H., Ronaldinho, Allen Iverson, Altuve, Marino, Dobbs, and Clayton Keller. John K., you have Josh Allen, Cam Newton, Deion Sanders. Since it's a 2-boxer, that's actually a $3 off spot for John K. You already paid, I think. I haven't checked any payments yet, and I've been 0 times, so I'll check all these later. But you get a $3 credit. If you already paid, then you can use it later. If you haven't, you can use it on this. Daryl, Bergeron, Clemens, and Hughes, Tim, Wade, Sorokin, McLaurin, Scott, McCaffrey, Bosch, Pierce, Larry V, you have Rose, Julio, and Tim Brown. Brian, Solani, Eichel, and Max Crosby. Richard, you have Bettis, Lillard, and Lawrence Taylor. Bill S., Chipper Jones, Garrett Wilson, Frank Thomas, De La Cruz, Kirby Doc, Mike Schmidt, Stroud, Jim Rice, and Anthony Edwards. John L., you have Kaprizov, Carlton Fisk, and Ronnie Lott. Jefferson, Chubb, and Stockton. Adam, you had Kyle Connor, Anthony Richardson, and Shane Doan. And Carlos, you had Ewing, Alexander, and Carlson. Obi, you claimed Polamalu in the singles. Greg, Neighbors, Chad Williams, that's Jalen Williams, and Mike, you had Rasheed Wallace. Let's start there. We'll move over to the Fire Factory case. I'm not going to read them off. All the solos have been claimed as well. Again, if you didn't see the posted picture and you want me to read randoms, I'm always happy to do that. Just ask me to. I'm just not going to read all 150 names. 60 is about my max there for boring purposes. Okay, let's stop sharing here. And let's roll. This chair is a little too low. We'll throw a random. I always ask you guys this, but no one ever answers. Anyone doing any fun this weekend? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? All I care is that I get to play golf tomorrow. The tournament we're playing in, we won 2 years ago. I think we got 2nd place last year, so we're trying to come back with some vengeance. Okay, 2 numbers. 1, 2. See how our approaches are flying tomorrow. That's usually our biggest problem is can't put it close enough. You got softball on Sunday. That's fun. My wife was just talking about yesterday trying to get me to play softball again because she liked going with the kids and watching, but it's been a few years. Okay. 111. 111 is our first number. First marching band contest summer. That's all the fun I'm having. That sounds fun. My parents were part of the Bowl Games of America, like Heritage Festivals, so I used to like watch the drum lines and stuff and the marching band competitions between those schools that were really good. It was high school and college. That was fun, man. If they're good, it's fun. 34, I think we have a couple pretty decent high school marching bands here in Utah, too, that perform nationally. I'm trying to think. American Fork High School, I think, has a really good one, if you know schools or whatever. But that's fun. I think it's fun. Okay, let's get rolling. 111 and 34. I'm making sure I didn't. There's a couple comments, making sure no one traded any players on this. Nope. And then who was it that was saying they were offering the trade? John L. and Chad. If you guys make that trade, let me know. I don't know if he's here watching live, but that's in Fire Factory, right? I believe it is. Okay. Let me grab those two. Just a 2-boxer today. 111 and 34. Oh, brother. Yeah, we'll keep getting your guesses in for Fire Factory when my granddaughter's marching class. I'm doing prep work for the radio broadcast. State final. That's cool. You get to do some fun stuff, Chad, in the college and high school sporting event world. I think you do some pro stuff too, which is awesome. I'm putting these away and making sure I'm not putting them in the wrong box. 111.34. I mix them throughout the series sometimes, and then when I make a new full-size series, I have to give the bingo balls back to the used balls for the jerseys. Anyway, it's a nightmare. So I have to think about it for a second before I throw them into the box. Okay. 111, check. 34, check. Okay, we're good. Let's do 34 first. I feel like we're at a tilt here because I don't have my screen to measure it. Maybe it needs to go a little this way. That's probably better. Good luck all. Fire Factory up next. We'll try some full size after that. I know it's a little harder during the workday on a Friday though. I usually work from home on Thursdays and Fridays, so I know who it is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not a lot of jersey in this series. I guess when I bought this, I thought that more people would claim him. I think it's the first signature I've seen of his on something like this. That's all right. Just because I like it doesn't mean everyone else has to like it. It's a great random to get. I don't think anyone claimed it again today. That is Chris Bosh on the Adidas as well, which is not as common in basketball. I have the wrong screen up. I was on Facebook. Who had Chris Bosh? We'll pull that out here, but that is Scott on your Christian McCaffrey claim. Scott Peterson, that is Chris Bosh. I really like this jersey. JSA certified on this one. I think we've had a few Adidas. Al, are any of those minis for sale? I'm sure I'll have a lot for sale, Mark. Maybe I can get you a list of some of the guys that I'm going to move. Adidas, Toronto. Tag down there below with the nice Raptor claw, size large. I love these Adidas basketball jerseys. They're cool. And there is Chris Bosh. Again, I've not seen... I don't know if I've ever seen a signature, to be honest with you, without like looking specifically for it, just floating around out there. So I thought this was a cool one. Nice hit, Scott. Yeah, congrats. And if basketball's not your thing, I know we have a few basketball guys in the group that may want to trade or buy it. Yeah, you got it, Mark. I'm finally getting around to kind of looking at all the minis I have here and jerseys, and I still have a billion, so. Did those... You may have responded to me, Mark, and I just maybe didn't see it because I rushed through messages. Did those visors get to you? I got worried about them because it made the box heavier. I don't know why I haven't asked before now, but I'm hoping the visors got to you. Okay, 111. Scott, nice hit there. Chris Bosh. Starting NBA, and we're moving to... I see it. I know who it is. Starting NBA, staying NBA. Sheesh. Double NBA break. That's harder than double NFL or double NHL. Not quite as hard as double MLB, but... Did you? Perfect. You probably already told me in a message and I just missed it, so just had the thought come to me right now. Man, double NBA break. Okay. That is Damian Lillard. We'll have the NBA logo up there. We'll pull it out here. Let me see who had Dame, though. Another non-claim, I don't think. Dame time, one of my favorites, obviously, because he's a Weber State boy. That's going to Richard. Richard S. on your Jerome Bettis claim, getting Dame Lillard. Nice hit, Richard. alternate jersey here. I like these ones with the blue on them. And the buck horns on the side. I think it's a cool jersey. Hard to show it in pictures, but it's a cool jersey. Fear the Deer. I didn't know if I was going to say icon or city icon. It's not that. Nope. Great hit. A couple NBA jerseys. Dame Lillard. This one is JSA as well, even though the sticker's not really showing. There it goes a little better. Looks like hieroglyphics to me too, just like the Watt brothers. Richard, congrats. Just like that, the 2 boxers over. 2 NBA hits, Chris Bosh and Dame Lillard. 2 Hall of Famers, yes please. Future Hall of Famers is what I mean. Anyone argue with that? Bosh or Lillard making it to the Hall of Fame? 0 chance they don't. See the Williams jersey today? Oh, nice. Yeah, so I had already boxed up that one, and then I left, and then I got home, and I realized that it was still solo, so I sent it right after. Okay, congrats, Richard and Scott. Chris Bosh, Dame Lillard. It was a double NBA break. Doesn't happen often, but it happened today. Move on to our Fire Factory. So again, we had 30 solos. They were all bought here. We had 80 randoms that were assigned to your 40 claims. I'm going to check one more time here on that page. A couple of you were chatting about trades. I don't know if anything went through. Let's see. Load, load, load. And then it goes back to the top. Load, load. They changed the way that Facebook looked for me to get into the comments too, and I hate it. Doesn't preload some of them in there for me to click on. All right. Don't think John replied to you, Chad, unless John Ledoux, are you here today? You had one person reply to your Corley trade. Chad was looking for Corley for Trevor Hubbard. Corley's a receiver for the Jets, for the information there. Craig had Kyron Williams and Devontae Adams up. I don't think anything else. We had one sell, but I already have that listed, right? I do. Brian Thomas going to Jonathan R. And we're ready to go on this. Last chance to get your guesses in, guys. All you have to do is guess 5 players you think might come out of this case. If you get 2 of them right, you win $50. If there's a couple of you that get 2, then we'll split the prize between you. But there's $50 up for grabs today just for a fun little guessing game. My turn. I keep saying that we have to go half and half here. Half AFC, half NFC. I'm going to say the same as last week. 3 current, 1 retired. Half, 3 current, 1 retired. I'm feeling it in my bones. And now it's going to be 4 NFC just to mock me. My kids have. The daughter has. Which one was hers? Packers, of course. Seahawks, Niners, Eagles. She went all NFC. Son has Cowboys, Dolphins, Jets, and Giants. He went 2-2. She did catch up to be down by 1, but then he won by 2 last week, so he's up by 3 again. Okay, new shipment. This just got here 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. I got home and ran in the door with 5 minutes to spare to get the stream started. I was about to type that it wasn't going to be here and we had to postpone, but I got a text right after I got back home from waiting for it, and it showed up. So I drove back fast, got it, and now I'm here. So we got this one and one more from this shipment that came today. So next week will be a part of this shipment, for those keeping track. After that will be a new shipment. The first week we did this with the new checklist. We did not get a rookie. Last week we did. The rookies, remember, generate a random from all the players that were owned in this. If that happens again, we will do a random between every name, all 150. So whoever owns the name out of the 150 would win the rookie if we get another rookie. I'm wondering if it's like 1 per every other case or 1 per every 3 cases. We'll have to see as we go. And less room because I left the minis out here. That's all right. Box 4. Moving your guesses over a little bit, kids. And box 3 on top. I've also got about 100 jerseys behind me, making it so I have zero room in here. Started my project and did not finish. Okay. Let's roll. Limited space here. We can do it. I have faith in myself. There's Nate's guesses at the buzzer. Mahomes, Evans, Worthy, Frank, Gore, Tyler. I know what you're thinking, Nate, because you probably were late to claiming because I switched the day up on you. You're thinking this is the day that one person will come out. You adjusted your guess, so I think you're positive mindset. Okay, box one. Good luck all again. I'm going 2 AFC, 2 NFC, 3 current, 1 retired for my guess. Exactly, yeah. Ooh, I don't know who this is yet, but I love the style. Ooh, this is one that tricked me last time. I wonder if it's going to trick me again. There's a name there. I don't want to look at it yet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I mean, there's a lot of fun specialties for the Chargers, but as far as the classic speed look, this blue one is, I love it. Throwback. I don't know if this is considered their, it probably is considered their tribute. But we don't have the box in there because it was made in 2025, it shows. At least this one was. Might be a tribute. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Or it's like a year, whatever, 80s style helmet. If you got a Charger, you got a chance. And we're starting AFC, so my guess has a little more legs this week. All right. Charger, you got a chance. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's got to be a rookie, right? Is this the same one we pulled the other day? Is this a Marion Hampton? Is this the rookie we saw from Radke? That doesn't. I guess that could be an O. Was he number 8? Yeah, it is. Okay. The rookie out of North Carolina. Man, that's recent there then. So another rookie sighting here. We had one, the authentic, the Greg one on Wednesday. This one's going to be random to everybody. That's a cool helmet, too, on the throwback style. Becca certified. We'll keep that one for the last part to see who gets it. We'll have to random all the names. No rookies are on the checklist, so that's how we're rolling with this new series. Remember the time I said I can't see it being Justin Herbert on this throwback because I never saw him when he turned around. It was Herbert. I was wrong. So that's why I said this one maybe tricked me again. I thought that would be LT. Ryan Leaf, I would love to see Ryan Leaf on that. We've had a few Ryan Leafs and Big Al's, but it's been a while. I don't think I have any. Maybe a mini or a jersey somewhere in here, but I don't think I have any full size. It does kind of look like it says Ryan Leaf. I see it now. It looks like an R more than an O. Fun thing about hitting rookies before they play in the NFL, man, is that stock could go way up. It could also just stay down. So it's a fun one to hang on to there. Okay, box 2. I guess we shouldn't rule out the possibility of hitting 2 rookies in a case. I just don't know how they build these. Sometimes I think I've got it down and then stuff changes, and we'll keep our eyes open. So far on the styles, I'm digging the styles for the teams. We got an old Houston Oilers helmet here, and it's my favorite. I mean, I like the baby blue one too, but I like the speed with the red face mask instead of the white face mask. Everyone's saying Moon. That's my first thought. I don't think Earl Campbell's on this checklist, but you never know if they put an Eddie George on this or if they put a. Trying to think who even else is on the checklist for the Titans. I don't know if their quarterback is. Well, let's just look. Let's not waste time. And we went back-to-back AFC. This might be AFC heavy case. And I chickened out and went half-half. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It is the nice classic Warren Moon with the Hall of Fame script. I love pulling Moon. I know that we've seen a little bit more often lately, at least elsewhere. Maybe not with me, but QB is Warren Moon. I meant the new guy. I can't. Will Levis. Is Will Levis in this checklist? I don't know if he is. Warren Moon was a solo, right? One random, one solo. That's you, Craig. Nice hit. Congrats. Radke started on this too, so it's got the cool black Radke. I like the black Radke COA sticker. Beautiful helmet. No Levis. Okay. Yeah, so I'm like trying to think what other Titans might be on there. Pollard, is Pollard on the list? Pollard probably is. Yeah, he is. Maybe the wide receiver too. Great hit, Warren Moon. Beauty, rookie and an old quarterback. So I'm wondering what we're setting ourselves up for. A couple medium hits or maybe a big one hiding in here. Let's see. We got 14 here. Well, I don't know who is. What do you guys prefer? Should we try to run a double box? I'll do that. I'll try to run a double. If it stalls, I'm going to switch it to a pick one random 3 for 41 box. But we'll start it as a 2 box just to try it. It'll be our only one, but if it doesn't fill, we may switch to a 1 box. So just preparing ahead of time. Okay, box 3. So far, the styles coming out of this case, me likey. We got a couple throwbacks, and now we've got kind of a harder sided amp. There are amps that are easier to find than the Saints, but man, I like the way the amp looks for them. New Orleans, Breeze Olave. My first guess is lately Olave. I think he had a few recent signings, so we've been seeing him kind of through every third-party distributor, wherever they are. Let's look. Well, we got an amp. I don't think I have a Saints amp in my collection, which is stupid. Here we go. 3. Oh, I forget the sticker covers the ear hole, which is what I usually grab to turn it over. 3, 2, 1. It is. It's Chris Olave, the man of the hour. He's been signing a ton. I hope he has a good year. Beautiful helmet. Olave amp. You guys can't tell me the Saints amp isn't awesome. Don't think that was claimed, and I don't think he was a solo. So let me search the list. Let's see how fast I can find it. Olave. There it is. Going to the St. Brown claim. Brian W. Brian, you've hit. Didn't you hit the Olave on Wednesday or Monday? 2 Olaves this week, 2 different styles. Pretty sure that was you. Well, now you got an Olave amp. If it's up for trade, let me know. Great hit. NFC, retired, current. I got to get a retired. No, I said current. I got to get a current NFC player here to make it right. This could happen for me. I said, Brian, didn't you just hit an Olave? Am I going crazy? You hit an Authentic Eclipse, right? Or was that someone else that hit that? I don't know if that was Monday or Tuesday. One of the 2 days. That's my guy, I guess. Hey, when I first started doing breaks, joining breaks, I hit Adams, Devontae Adams, just a billion times. I wish I would have kept more. Don't realize who you love until they're gone, you know? Tuesday? Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, final from this 4-boxer. Good luck, everyone. Hopefully we pull something fun here. I don't know if I recognize the signature. There are labels. I need to read the label here if I can. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, I got the NFC So all I need is a current player. Although the Bears have a ton of retired players. Bears alternate speed. Alternate, the orange one. We just pulled another Bear last case, right? The rookie Loveland. You think this might be Hester? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not Hester, number 87. My guess is this might be another rookie because I don't recognize the signature right away, especially not for a Bear. I think that's rookie. Let's see. I didn't realize these had labels until this box. It is a rookie. Luther Burden. Luther Burden. And then does this one say rookie on it too? It does. O'Marion Hampton, just in case I didn't know. Don't say rookie. Well, I guess you guys can blame me for having two rookies because I said I wouldn't rule it out, and then it happened. So we have to random off both rookies. The only way I'm going to do it is I'm not going to do like spot 1 and 2. I'm going to run two different randoms. The first random will be for Hampton. The second random will be for Burden. Sure hope those two turn out to be decent players. Those will be fun helmets. We had Warren Moon and Olave in the middle. Not our best case as far as firepower, but some fun new names there. A bunch of fun styles. So we'll see where this one goes. Let's get all the names. Let's run two different randoms. So someone's going to walk away with the Hampton. Someone's going to walk away with the Burden. We already know that Brian won the Olave and Craig won the Moon. Let's share my screen. I believe I have my full list here because of last week. 150, I do, so I don't have to worry about it this time. I'm just going to keep it there, like I should have done the first time. Okay, so again, I'm not going to do spots 1 and 2. I got one guess, never got a guess before. Did you? Oh, you got one of the 4? Yeah, that's really hard now with the rookies. I guess if you know that rookies are signed, you can guess them in there, but they're not one of the checklists. Yeah, it's going to make it harder. Someone probably guessed Olave and someone probably guessed Moon. But to get two of those, you'd have to basically get those two exactly. I saw Matt had Moon. There's probably a few other. Olave went to. Greg had Olave. Brian had Olave. Jonathan had Moon. Man, that would have been the perfect case to have a bunch of you win. Carlos had Olave. Chad had Olave. Man, lots of Olave guesses. EHD. I'm not sure if I know who you are. You had Olave. If I do know you, great. If it's a new name, a new YouTube name. Yeah. Bunch of chances. No, so what I'll do is let's do this. Let's just count the names that come up from these. So if I were a grumpy man, like I basically am, I would just say, sorry, you don't win. But let's count whoever it lands on for these two. So whatever name comes up, if you guess one of those two, if you already have one, we're going to count those names. So I'll give you guys a lifeline on this one, yeah? Okay, so 7 times on each of them. This first one's going to be just for the O'Marion Hampton helmet. Top name on this one, whoever owns it gets Hampton 7 times. Here we go. 1. Gotta be patient with me here. This is not. I mean, I spoke it into existence by saying 2 rookies, so blame me. 3. Could be worse. 4. 5. Someone's going to win the credit. I can almost guarantee like 80 of you guys had one of those right. And number 7. So hold on. This is what we're going to do. No, you know what? If it lands on Moon or Olave, good for them. They win too. There's not. I shouldn't. Well, that's not true. So I'm on 6. Hold on. We're working through this together. So there would never be a Moon and 2 Moons in the same case. So if we hit Moon or Olave on this, I'm going to rerun the roll. It can be one of your randoms. I don't care, but it can't be Moon or Olave. Okay. Just to get that out of the way. So here comes number 7. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I had to work through that myself. Sorry. Laporta. Sam Laporta spot wins the O'Marion Hampton. So if you had one of these two and you guessed Laporta, you also win the credit. Let's see who had Laporta. Just sit back and let me And then if you guys don't like it, you can tell me. Laporta was claimed. I'm almost positive. It was Greg. So Greg has won 2 Hamptons now, and Brian's won 2 Olaves. I think Greg won the Omarion Hampton from Radke. How crazy is that? Okay, let's run it back one more time. This next one is for the Burden. Yeah, of course. Good trade piece if you don't need to, Greg. Nice rookie running back. That's fun. Just let me know if it's going up for trade, and I'll put it up for you. Or I can ship it, and you can do your thing with it too. That's just an option I give you guys. You obviously don't ever have to take it. Just send me Burden, Chad. Let's see if it's your guy here. So 7 times here on this one. So now Laporta, Moon, and Olave can't come up. If they do, I'm not going to go to number 2. I'm going to run the dice. I'm going to roll the list an 8th time. Okay, just so we're on the same page. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the winner of the Burden is Michael Strahan. Strahan was a solo, I think. It is. Jonathan R. getting the Burden. You guys could always talk about trading if you want, but obviously Burden going to Strahan. Did anybody guess Strahan, Laporta, Moon, or Olave? 2 of those 4 helmets. Anybody guess 2 of those? If you did, you win some credit. I could go scroll back up and see, but I don't know if I remember reading those names. I'm gonna not scroll through all of them. I'm gonna let you guys tell me, because that's a lot of guesses. That seems like a decent chance that someone would get one of those right. Jonathan, you did. You had Moon and Strahan. And Brian W., you had Olave and Strahan. There's just, see, I said I wasn't going to scroll, and then I just kept scrolling because I got interested once I saw Baker, Ellie Sims, Bucky, A.J. Brown. Anybody else? I saw 2 for sure. At least 5K. So I think Brian W. and Jonathan R., I think you guys also split the, that's hilarious. You guys both hit a helmet. You guessed the things, and you also are splitting. You get 40, Brian gets 10. You guys are splitting 25 each on the 50. Congrats. Our hits tonight were Omarion Hampton, or today, Warren Moon, Chris Olave, and Burden is his name. Let's run a 2-boxer here. You guys can figure out if you want to trade or what's staying here with me. That's totally fine. Let's try a 2-boxer. If it doesn't get quite there, we'll switch it to a couple 1-boxers, but I'll give it time here. I've got like another 20 minutes before I have to take off, so we'll roll this one out and see what happens. Interesting case. 2 rookies. Throwback. First name. Luther Burden. I'm going to look him up real quick here because Luther Burden III. Where'd he play? Missouri Tigers. Wide receiver. He was a 2nd-round pick. 2-time first all-team all-SEC. Interesting. Okay. We'll have to see what he does. Those dang Bears. You got a couple people interested in the Burden, so look at trade offers for sure. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Sorry, I'm slowing everyone down. Let me top chat it and then live chat it. Make sure we're on the same page. Okay, spot 1, I've got Jonathan with Kansas City. I got Nick with Detroit with a random or so. You guys can message Jonathan about the Burden and see what's available. I likely won't be able to ship these out today anyway, so they'll be going out. That'll be probably tomorrow afternoon if I'm lucky. I've got to go to the party with my kids, and I'll be back after it closes. And then tomorrow I wake up at 6 for golf, and I'm back in the afternoon. Hopefully I can ship stuff tomorrow afternoon. So anyways, you have time to talk about trades if you want to. Greg, a little behind on Kansas City. Bill S., I've got you with Buffalo. Bill B just a second behind on Buffalo. Dave, I've got you with the Steelers. Where was that? Carolina for Brian. Baltimore is number 6 for Bill. Pittsburgh's gone. Sorry, Obi. Houston, Denver are there for you, Greg. Pittsburgh's gone. Houston is spot 7. Denver is spot 8. Halfway full through there. We're probably going to get the 2-boxer going. Bill B, I got you with Miami. Craig, Washington. Bill S, Green Bay, got you. That's spot 11. 12 is Chicago for Dave. Nice hit earlier, by the way, Dave. I was hoping to see Jordan Love. Nice to see an Eclipse authentic Keenan Allen. That was cool. 13 is Dallas for Greg. We are 3 short, so we're almost there. First one to offer flex. Yeah, right. So yeah, if you guys are interested in Burden, you can message Jonathan. You can message me too. Whatever's easiest. I can also connect. What I mean by message me, I can connect you guys in a chat, or you can just find each other. Whatever works best. San Francisco is the next claim for David, but again, I'm not going to ship today, so I've passed that time period. I will pass that time period by the time the Ninja class is out. It's time for me to show these kids a lesson or two in the Ninja class too. I showed them what it was about at the tramp park for my son's birthday. Now it's his buddy's birthday. They don't know what I'm going to wear the same outfit that Chris Farley wore in Beverly Hills Ninja. They're not going to know it hit them. Not even close. 2 left to close us. There's also 1 random available for $20 if anybody wants to jump in for just 20. We are right there on the edge. 11 is Greg. I know you got a visual, Vlad. I know you did. Oops, not 11. 15. Greg for New England. Bill B's taking Vegas. That's 16. Okay, as of now, there's just 1 random available for $20. If anybody wants to jump in for that show, is hilarious, man. Just sent you PM Jenny 5. Perfect. I'll give it a second here. Nick's got his random for sale for 20. You would get whatever team gets assigned to him. Dave, you want the random? Okay, you got it. Okay, and this will be a 2-boxer. This will end the day, guys. No stream tomorrow because of this now. We will do our starters tomorrow. Dollar break on Sunday, and then normal stream on Monday. Since we're doing this today, I may do the Ovechkin pick your spot tomorrow, like a winner's choice for the last 3 Ovechkins that I have. I would just need to drop that earlier in the morning and then let it sit while I'm out golfing, so we'll see. I'm not going to do a challenge for golf since it's a scramble unless I can think of something fun for not my own round. So okay, 7 times on random here, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seattle on top, New York Jets on bottom. Let's do this. Okay. Jonathan R., Kansas City, Seattle. Nick, you have Detroit. You sold your random to David. That's Atlanta. Bill S., Buffalo and Tampa. David, Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Brian, Carolina and the Giants. Bill S., Baltimore, Philly. Greg, Houston, Denver, Cincy, Cleveland. Bill B., you have Miami and the Chargers. Craig, Washington, Indianapolis. Bill S., Green Bay, New Orleans. David L., you have Chicago and the Rams. Greg, Dallas and Arizona. David L., San Francisco and Tennessee. Greg, New England, Jacksonville, and Bill B, Vegas, and the New York Giants. So let's close this. Black cage, probably getting close to 100 helmets now, in that range. Maybe mid-90s somewhere. 2 numbers here. Why does it keep doing that? Stop sharing. I'm not sharing anything. 1, 2. Sorry, Mark, just a little behind. There was just the one random, and I had Dave snagging it before you. Might be that you're behind in the stream, too, so I apologize if that was the case. Okay, first box is 156, 156. I need to find a blank piece of paper, or a blank piece on the page to write. 156. Next one is 32, 32. Okay, let me grab those guys, 156 and 32. Last items of the day. I appreciate you hanging out on a Friday. I'll have to show you my. No, I won't show you. It just looks messy. There's a billion jerseys sitting around back here. I didn't even check to see if my kids got anything right. I think they both got shut out. Cowboys, Dolphins, Jets. Yeah, both of them have 0 correct so far. But I let them use these. Okay, final 2 of the day, guys. 32, 156. 156, 32. Okay. Good luck. 32. Series 33. 0 Wonka. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got an STS 3.0 for the Kansas City Chiefs. They happen to be the first claim, like they usually are. And that was Jonathan R. hitting on the Big Al's full-size helmet. This one's Radke. Black Radke tag, American flag, STS 3.0. You guys know my feelings on the STSs. I like the 3s and 2s a little better than the 1s, but I like them all. 3, 2, 1. It's funny because we pulled a, you guessed it, we pulled an authentic of his from Radke. Same style, but it was authentic. I've got the rep version here. That is Trent McDuffie. Defensive back. I thought he had a great year. I think he's going to be good. red ink on that one. That's a nice hit. We've seen them before in Big L's too. I think on the same style. 2 series ago or so. Nice hit, Jonathan. Trent McDuffie on the STS 3.0. Kansas City was not claimed by my kids either. So they're both pitching a. They're both going over right now. Okay, 156, Series 33. 0 wonk on this one too. Last one of the day. Good luck, everyone. On this style, I'm trying to think who I have on this team for this. My brain's going to a recent Radke polling of this style. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Another double up amp day. We had one from not Radke, Fire Factory, one from Big Al's on one of my favorite amps. Maybe a little easier to find than the Sinks one, maybe not. I think they're all just kind of getting somewhat hard. Cardinals amp, who had Arizona? It was a random. I don't think they got claimed. That is Greg. Didn't we just pull a Warner amp from Radke? I think we did. This one is. You're on point with your guesses today. That's Kyler. Kyler Murray amp on the Cardinals. What a great helmet. I also don't have a Cardinals amp in my collection. I'm realizing all the amps I'm missing when we keep pulling these. Packet certified, the top of the bag sticker got ripped off, but it's still good to go. I just realized that right now. Great hit. Nice hit, Greg. Congrats. Kyler Murray amp. So they both went 0 for 6, kids. Time to do some studying. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Congrats to those that won. Sorry to those that didn't. I'll recap today. Non-Big Al stuff. We had 2 rookies from Fire Factory. I don't know if that'll be a common thing, but it was today. O'Marion Hampton and I keep forgetting his first name. Luther. Cool first name. Luther Burden. When I think of Luther, I would think of a receiver. Warren Moon and Chris Olave on the throwback and the amp. Big Al's jerseys today were both basketball. Dame Lillard and Chris Bosh, and then the full sizes both have a little red on them. One a little bit more red. Trent McDuffie STS 3.0 and Kyler Murray amp. You got it, Greg. Yeah, I didn't think you'd need 2, especially so quick, but that happened to Brian today too. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a good rest of your Friday, Saturday weekend. Look for something tomorrow with a winner's choice. Still have a couple spots in the mini winner's choice too. I'd love to get that closed up. Some fun options there, but I think we're down to 4 spots left to close. They're not expensive spots either. But we'll probably do an Ovechkin this weekend too, and then some starters tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for doing it on Friday, and I'll see you next time you're around.